Sometimes you just need to push pause. Hey, welcome back to the channel. So today we're talking about what you do if you're kind of in a dating rut or things just aren't working well. And what I mean by not working well is, say you've had a string of dates that have just gone nowhere, you're using dating apps but you're not getting good matches. This is the perfect time to push pause rather than keep going. A lot of people think that dating is a numbers game, and while that might have an element of truth, there are actually a lot of things that you can do to make sure that you get to go on quality dates. So we're talking about some of them today. So number one is self-development. So what are you doing to find out what your roadblocks are? So for example, if you find yourself dating the same kind of guys and they're not eventuating into anything else, what's the pattern there? How do you feel when you're on first dates? Like, are you going into them with confidence? Are you really communicating how you feel? So for example, if you start dating a guy and he's not putting as much effort into it as you are, what do? Do you end up playing games? Do you kind of keep things to yourself until you can't stand it anymore and blow up? Or are you actually telling the guy how you feel? So things like that really help, even if it's just communicating your feelings. So yeah, have you done the self-development work? I've got a free mindset course that helps you check into whether or not you're really ready for dating, because a lot of people say they are ready to meet someone, but then I ask them all these questions and it turns out they're still working through the commitment issues. So yeah, I've got a workbook that has all the questions you need to answer before you figure out if you're ready to date again. So I'll leave that in the link below. Number three is first date looks. So maybe it's not your matches, maybe it's just the way you're showing up and how confident you feel. So this is time to maybe zhuzh up your first date looks. And what I mean is outfits that make you feel really good and comfortable, especially on a first date. So when I was single, I used to have like 3 go-to outfits and like 3 makeup looks and 3 different hairstyles. That way, if I had a date last minute or if I had a date the next day and I was really busy with work, I wouldn't stress about it because I knew that they were my go-tos. And because it's a first date, every guy's gonna be seeing them for the first time. So I think 3 outfits on rotation is good. So yeah, if you are feeling like you're stuck in a rut, it's time to maybe go shopping, maybe revamp a couple of your outfits, and just play with your makeup. Number 3 is to look at your dating profile. Are you on the right dating sites for your city? Because I do a lot of dating app reviews, a lot of dating site reviews, but they're not necessarily good for every city. So are you using the right app/site? And 2, are you creating a profile that's attractive and that's inviting? Again, a lot of my female readers sometimes write to me and just say they've given up on dating apps and dating sites, but then when they show me their profile, there's like 1 sentence about them, maybe 2 photos where you can't really see their face, and it's no wonder why, you know, they're not getting the matches that they hope they'd be getting. And then after you get the matches, it's all about how you communicate, because your first text message says a lot about you. So you want to be able to have some sort of witty banter or at least some good conversation starters to keep the conversation going so that it will eventuate into a first date. Now, number 4, the 4th thing you can do is research fun date ideas. So a lot of times we just rely on other people to come up with the date ideas, and they're often, you know, drinks or coffee. And yeah, I get that. For first dates, you don't want to commit too much time into it in case there's no chemistry and then you're stuck with them for the whole dinner. But there are a lot of date ideas that you can get into, which helps you get to know the other person, is fun for you, and it doesn't take a lot of time. So whenever, when I was single, and I like tell all the female readers this as well, like if you're single and you go out and there's no romantic match, you still want to get something out of it, whether it's a learning experience or you can end the day saying, well, you know what, at least I made a friend, or at least I had a good time. So look up things that you want to do. So some of the things that I had was, I found this workshop which taught you how to make jewelry from old computer bits. So that was one of the date ideas. There's something called crafternoons, so craft workshops. You can go to workshops where you can how do you say refurnish? Just zhuzh up a new chair. I forget what the word's called. There are a whole bunch of workshops which teach you new things, so that's always fun to do. You can take a cooking class. You can go for like a camera photography meetup group where you can take photos of each other. One workshop that I went to taught you how to create jewelry from old computer parts. So get really creative, because your creativity is going to say something about your personality anyway. So just have a bunch of those lined up. Maybe have a whole bunch of restaurants that you like to go to, and drinks. And this tip came from a guy who says he doesn't mind planning all the dates because he can control where they go. And a lot of the times where they go is a place that's convenient for him to get to. So there is benefit in suggesting date places, restaurants, and cafes. It makes it easier for you, and it takes the burden out of the other person having to plan it all the time. So next time someone asks, well, do you have a good place in mind, or do you have a date idea in mind, then you have a list that you can go to without having to stress about it. And that's the thing, like Preprecate, there's a lot you can do to prepare yourself so you're not stressing. I still remember I used to have a flatmate, and every time she went on a date, she'd go buy a new outfit because she didn't like the clothes that were in her wardrobe. And by coming up with 3 date looks that, you know, make you feel really, really attractive, you don't have to stress about it. You can take that out. You can take that element out of the date. I mean, preparing for a first date is stressful enough, so you don't want to have to think about what you're going to wear. So yeah, let's just recap it, because I apparently suck at counting how many tips I've just given you. So let's go through, self-development. So figure out, you know, where you could be going wrong, do a mindset check-in, and just think about potential patterns. See how your relationships are starting and seeing how they're ending, because if you're doing the same thing over and over again and it's not working out, you need to do something to change it. The second thing is to, look for first date looks. So prepare 3 outfits, and you might want to do 3 outfit preps per season, just because you know it gets cold, it gets rainy, and that way you just have an outfit prep, so you never have to stress about it, and you know you're gonna feel really good in it. The next one is fix your dating profile. So have a friend look at your profile and see, you know, what things that you might be missing that they love about you, or you can get them to take new photos. So new photos in natural light always up levels your profile a little bit. And then number four is to research date ideas, so that 1, it's convenient for you to get to, 2, it's something that you love doing or want to go to, and 3, when someone asks you if you have any ideas, you don't have to frantically search for on Google. You have a list ready to go. So let me know what you guys are doing. If you're dating, your love life is on pause, are you going to do any of these things? Leave me a comment, and if you like these videos and want to see more, please hit subscribe and like. I'd so appreciate it. See you next time. Bye.